What's good, YouTube? Dawson here from JD Hunters, back with another video. And if you've been keeping up with the last couple of videos I've posted, you know what today's video is. And it's gonna be the last part of the series. So if you've missed the first couple of videos, go ahead and watch those first, maybe, or don't. Doesn't really matter. But today, as you can tell by the title, we're gonna be doing 10 Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts from Dragon Ball Super that haven't been made yet, that I'm hoping Tamashii will make. And that I feel like we need for all of our Dragon Ball Super displays. You guys know the drill. This is like part 5. So if you are new here, hit the subscribe button. Post a ton of Dragon Ball content on here. I've got a collection update coming soon. You don't want to miss that. So like this video if you enjoyed this series. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so number 10 on this list is going to be Mai, or future Mai, we could call her. Yeah, I mean, Mai was in the original Dragon Ball. Wasn't in Dragon Ball Z as much, and then in Dragon Ball Super, the whole Pilaf gang gets turned into kids. But when we get into the future Trunks arc, we kind of get like a whole new look at Mai as a character. We dive deeper into her, and she's actually like Trunks' girlfriend in the this sort of apocalyptic world that they've created. And she kind of goes back to how she looked in the original Dragon Ball when she's all grown up, but again, we're in this like post-apocalyptic world fighting for her life, and this is by far the best version of Mai we've ever gotten. So as I think about our sort of future Trunks, Goku Black Saga displays, I think Mai would be a great addition to go along with Trunks, have that shotgun with her, the little beanie cap, everything. Would be a pretty simple figure, but I think a really cool one. Definitely one I would pick up. Not much else to say about her, but yeah, Mai is number 10. All right, number 9 is going to be 2 because they kind of go together, and that would be the Whiskey version of Goku and Vegeta, and we'll call that a 2.0. I'm never sure with these videos that I've been doing if it's a 2.0 or 3.0. It's hard to keep track of each different figure because some are on 2.0 and some are on 3.0, whatever. But yeah, Whiskey, Goku, and Vegeta, we did get these a while ago. Some of the first, I think, Dragon Ball Super figures they made. And to me, personally, if you have them, no offense, I think they do look good, but I just don't think they hold up to some of the figures we've gotten recently. I think the faces for, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta have both gotten significantly better if we look at the Broly movie version of these figures. So yeah, man, I think they could redo those figures and they'd look a whole lot better. I like the idea of them coming with the base form heads and the Super Saiyan Blue heads. I think they're always going to kind of try and make characters that they haven't made yet, but at the end of the day, Goku and Vegeta are going to make them the most money, so I feel like this is likely. I know some of the third-party companies have taken a crack at these versions at 2.0, updated Whiskey, Goku, and Vegeta. And what Tamashii seems to like to do is once like Demoniacal Fit makes a figure, nowadays, they make it right after that to kind of show them who's boss. I don't know. But I do think this is one that's very likely that we could get. I don't have the original versions, and like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of them. So I would definitely want to pick these up for a little Resurrection F display. But yeah, that's my number 9. Number 8 is also going to be 2 figures. I didn't mean to do this, but it's actually going to be Champa and Vagos. Now, I don't know 100%, but I believe way back in the day in the early stages of this line, they sort of teased Champa and Vagos at an event. They had like a prototype on display, and then we just haven't heard anything about them since. We just got our 2.0 Whis and Beerus, so I think it's only right that we get Champa and Vagos. They could fit into a number of different sort of arcs if you display your figures by arcs, and they're just kind of quintessential to like a full Dragon Ball Super display. Would definitely love them both. You could kind of have Champa and Beerus fighting if you wanted. That would be dope, but yeah, they're pretty important in the whole like Dragon Ball Super story. They appear a lot throughout the story. So I think they're just figures that we need, and I do think we'll get them eventually. I'm surprised if they had the prototypes that we haven't gotten them already, but yeah, I do think eventually we will get them. All right, number 7 is going to be from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and that was a new character we got in the movie, and that is Chilai. So Chilai was working for the Frieza Force, and her and this little like sweet potato looking guy, I forget his name, they end up finding Broly. And then as things kind of take a turn for the worse for Broly, she's the one who actually cares for him and tries to save him, and now she's living on that planet with the sweet potato guy and Broly. So yeah, I really enjoyed her character. I think as an S.H.Figuarts, she would look really good with like the green skin, the purple outfit. I think the colors would really pop. And I think she'd go well on a Dragon Ball Super display. And I do believe she's going to be in the new Dragon Ball Super Hero movie. So yeah, maybe not a figure a ton of people have at the top of the list, but I think I would pick her up. She'd be a little bit smaller, probably a little bit cheaper, so not a big deal to pick up, and I think she'd look really good in figure form. So yeah. All right, number 6, we're gonna go to Universe 6, and that is the first of a couple of Saiyans that were introduced in Dragon Ball Super, and that is Kabba. Now let me know down in the comments below right now, of the 3, Kabba, Caulifla, Caulifla, which one's your favorite? Kabba, easily my least favorite. No disrespect if there's any like big Kabba stands out there. I mean, if you're a Kabba stan, that's just weird, man. But yeah, I do like Kabba. He shows up in that first like Universe 6 versus Universe 7 little tournament that they have. And he's already able to go Super Saiyan. And then I love that fight between him and Vegeta, where Vegeta kind of shows him the ropes a little bit, and then he just turns Super Saiyan Blue and just knocks him out in one shot. That was super dope. And then he obviously comes back in the Tournament of Power. Again, not my favorite character of the 3, but I definitely would like to pick him up for my Tournament of Power display, although my Tournament of Power display is like super full. But I think as we get more characters, I might make a second one. That's for another video. But yeah, I know a lot of people really like Kabba. A couple different like sagas you could put him in terms of different displays. And again, I think he'd look really good in Saiyan form. Definitely would want the base head and the Super Saiyan head. But yeah, number 6, Kabba. All right, number 5, I mentioned the Resurrection F-Boys in terms of Vegeta and Goku, but how about a, I guess, 3.0 Golden Frieza? But I would want this one to sort of be branded as a Tournament of Power Golden Frieza, so he would come with the halo. We got the like white and purple Frieza that came with the halo a while ago, and I think the new one also comes with the halo. I think I should probably pick that figure up. I do want him. But I took my original Frieza. I have him in my Namek Saga display. So if we got a 3.0 Golden Frieza, because I didn't get the original releases, or I think there was an original release and then an event exclusive. I don't have either of those. And I think they could do him a little bit better now. I mean, if they have the mold with the new Frieza they just made, just paint it gold. Just saying. And I would definitely want to put him in either my Tournament of Power display or even my Broly movie display, because he shows up in gold form and fights Broly. That's a hilarious scene. But yeah, I don't have a Golden Frieza. I feel like a lot of people are probably in the same boat, because he was, you know, released a while ago. He's pretty expensive now. And I think they can make him a little bit better now. And if they give him the halo and brand it as a Tournament of Power Golden Frieza, it would still be different from the original figure, so it wouldn't like hurt the old one's value, stuff like that, because I know people worry about that. But yeah, definitely a figure I just selfishly want in my collection, so if they made a new one, it would just make it easier. All right, number 4 from Universe 11. I got a lot of Tournament of Power characters on this list, because that is by far my favorite like arc in all of Dragon Ball Super. So number 4 is Dyspo. So we've only gotten Jiren from Universe 11. I mean, there's so many different like universes battling, and really the only ones that had like memorable characters. No disrespect if you like one of the characters from the other universes, but it's really the way they set the show up was Universe 7, of course, and then Universe 6, and then Universe 11, right? Everybody else were just kind of like really like C, D tiered characters. But I really love Dyspo, and then obviously there's another character I'll get to next on this list. But Dyspo was dope because he was like super fast. And speed isn't really something that we saw a lot as Dragon Ball progressed, because they were all just incredibly fast. But a guy who was like known for being fast, I mean, if you're a big fan of like comic book movies, obviously Marvel and DC both have their share of speedsters, and Dyspo coming in was just super dope. And then I love that fight scene between Dyspo and then Frieza and Gohan, as like Frieza like blocks them in with his like lasers, and then Gohan fights him in this contained environment and ends up winning the fight. Super dope. But yeah, he kind of looks like Beerus. I don't know if they're technically the same like species, maybe they are, but he's like a purple cat. He's got the big ears. He'd have like that red jumpsuit just like Jiren. He would look amazing. Would definitely pick him up instantly for my Tournament of Power display. So yeah, that's my number 4 figure. All right, for number 3, we're gonna stay in Universe 11, and that is going to be the captain of Team 11, or the Team 11, Team Universe 11. But that is of course going to be Top, or Toppo, however you say it. 2 different versions of him they could make. We could just get the base Toppo again in his like red and black jumpsuit. He had those big giant fists. I don't know how they do that in terms of creating the figure. It might be a little bit difficult. That might be why we haven't got him yet, but I'm sure they can figure it out. I think he'd look great. And then of course the other version that I might even want a little bit more would be the God of Destruction version, towards the end of the tournament, when he kind of accepts his taking up of the mantle of becoming Universe 11's God of Destruction, because he was kind of on the fence about it, but he ends up making that decision in like mid-fight, because he wants to have that God of Destruction power. So his skin kind of turns this like dark red. He's got this purple aura. He gets like the signs on his chest. Yeah, like the ripped pants and everything would look just amazing. Again, it's hard enough for them to make the base form, so we might be a year or two away from even like sniffing at getting this figure, but when we do get him, I know he's gonna look amazing. Of course, we have to have him fighting Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, which we don't have, and I'll get to next. But yeah, man, Toppo, Top, whatever, in any version, have him fighting Goku, have him fighting Vegeta, it doesn't matter. He will look amazing in figure form, I guarantee you that. Whenever they do make him, whenever they figure out how to make him. But yeah, I'll be really excited to get him eventually. All right, number 2 is Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Now, I considered not putting this one on the list because you can technically get this figure through a third party. I know Kong Studios made one. Demoniacal Fit made just the head if you wanted to put it on the regular body before his armor breaks down. You know, I personally have my own custom version of this figure. If you guys have seen my collection videos, you've seen him before, that I just made from a bootleg Vegeta. So I feel like at this point, a lot of people already have a version of this character in their collection. But with all that being said, if Tamashii came out and made a definitive Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, I would pick it up. I feel like a lot of people would pick it up as well, even if they already had like the Kong Studios version. The version I would want to see is him with the armor, like the puncture in the armor. That's the one I made the custom of. But I think they would do the hair better than, and the face better than any of the third-party companies have done. They just kind of did that just regular royal blue color. Whereas in the anime, he's kind of got like white streaks almost showing up through it. So I feel like Tamashii would try and maybe do that and it would look better than the versions we've already gotten, than my custom version for sure. So even though I already have a version, I would definitely still pick him up. They could as well do like the shirtless version. I think that would be cool too. Maybe do both, I don't know. I do think they're gonna make him eventually. Like I said earlier in the video, they seem to like to go after the figures that third-party companies have made. Yeah, I'm happy with my custom version for now, but I know when Tamashii makes it, it'll be a heck of a lot better than mine. So when that time comes, it'll be time to retire my custom version. But yeah, that's number 2. Let's get to number 1. Number 1 is another 2-part figures. You guys can probably guess who it is based on who I haven't named on this list already. We're getting Caulifla, which is amazing, but if you have Caulifla, you have to have Kale and Caulifla as well. Man, I know kind of controversial in terms of some people like them, some people don't. For me, I think it was long overdue that we got some female Saiyans in the Dragon Ball universe. And they're awesome, man. I really love Kale and Caulifla. Kale is my favorite, so she would be like 1A. Caulifla would be 1B. Definitely need the base form heads and the Super Saiyan heads. The only issue with Kale is you can't do that. So Kale would have to have like a base form regular figure, and then like the Super Saiyan form would be like beefed up because she has like shades of legendary Super Saiyan Broly. They never truly said if that's what it was. I think it is. But then she kind of gets it under control and she's a little bit smaller. So there's like 3 different versions of Kale. But as far as Caulifla goes, yeah, give me the base form head and then the Super Saiyan head. I think that would be dope. Nothing else really you have to do with her. And then for Kale, I don't know. I would like the base form version where she just has her dark hair because that's how we kind of are first introduced to her. And then just give me one version of the Super Saiyan if it's like the big crazy berserk one. I like the more calm one better where she's a little bit smaller but still has that sort of greenish hair. So yeah, I mean, maybe they do both eventually, but to start, just give me the one, like the calm, controlled Super Saiyan version of Kale, and then the base form one as well. So that's more than one figure, I know, it's just a couple different versions, but any version of Kale or Caulifla, I would definitely want to pick up right away. I'm sure a lot of you guys are in that same boat. Again, they kind of go on that list of I'm surprised we haven't gotten them yet because they are, I think, really popular. But hopefully we get them soon. This year would be amazing. I mean, we got Caulifla now, so there's no more excuses really. We need Kale, we need Caulifla. Yeah, that's my number 1. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for part 5 of this series. If you guys have enjoyed the series, like I said at the beginning of the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up. And I can do more types of videos like this in the future. I do have a couple of different ideas of videos I'm gonna be doing soon. And I know you guys are always asking for it. The collection update will come soon. I'm just waiting for a couple more figures and then yeah, it's gonna be big. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss that video. Thank you guys for all the love and support and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.